We are online.
We're here. It's me, Mike Frantic.
And
who's
me,
with me?
the Wallman.
See up here? That's weird. Down here. Oh.
Coming to you from the Desert Command Center. What do you think of it, Mike?
I tell you what, I've been here a week, and the accommodations are nice here.
They are nice. It's kind of like that hotel in Dubai, which was getting hit by missiles. Did you see they were getting review bombed, and it said no air defense system?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a hotel that got hit by like a cruise missile from Iran, and it's getting review bombed, and they're hitting it with like no air defense system, 1 star.
Well, hopefully no one will send anything this way. We're peaceful here. We're
on a peaceful planet.
Yeah. We're poor little Tatooine.
Oh God, I hope we're not Tatooine. Let's go Arrakis. Let's go Arrakis. Yeah.
We're the Death Star. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, so before we even get started with our topic today, I guess we got some sad news.
Yeah.
And Mike, I'll let you explain what happened today.
So this morning I was doing my usual, like most people, going through Twitter or going through Facebook, and I saw that the actress Jennifer Runyon had passed away at a young age, 65 years old.
Yeah, I saw it today too, and it's just like I tell you, sometimes when you say your heroes start passing away, well, I wouldn't say she was a hero of mine, but she was definitely in a movie that was a big deal to me. It's like, and she was so young in that movie,
Yeah. Well, and I think you had asked me before, like maybe one time, like crushes from the 80s, and I'm like, she would be one, like, because I'm like Bill Murray. I'd let her get all the answers right, even if she was wrong.
Are you cheating? Are you cheating? Can you see? Come on, man! I'll go Ghostbusters.
Oh no, I wasn't watching you. I heard something fall in my room. So
oh God, it's not Optimus, is it? What Optimus Prime was it?
No, he's fine.
Okay,
but
rest in peace. I don't know what else to say.
Thoughts and prayers to the family.
Yeah, and I was saying, good Lord, Bill Murray's got to be, I don't know, 15 years older than she is in that movie.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. But
she went on to do Charles in Charge. She was the girlfriend of Charles in Charge. And my thing that I like her in is she had a guest starring spot on a Lee Van Cleef show called The Master, which was pretty cool.
Who's Lee Van Cleef?
Oh, man.
Whoa. Time out. I know. Just hit me. Escape from New York.
Escape from New York.
But Good and Bad and the Ugly.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is kind of his main thing. He did a lot of spaghetti westerns.
Just saved myself from that one. Frantics. Woo! Okay, well, let's get to business. What do we got going on today?
All right. If you haven't already heard, this week we are doing the top 5 robots, but not just robots. We're going to throw in androids, cyborgs,
droids,
yeah, AI,
yeah.
Anything with a robotic part in it. Actually, I might have a robotic part in me. I didn't pick me for my top 5, but
well, you definitely got a new knee. As everybody saw it, Days of the Dead.
Well, there's definitely some staples in there.
Okay, before we get started, I feel just like you with that eloquent intro, we need to define what the differences are. Because I kind of posed that question to you earlier, right? Like, what is the difference in a droid and a robot and an android? So I've got the definition right here, and we're gonna pull it up and just make sure everybody's on the same page, so we know exactly what these things are we're talking about. So here we go right here. So this is SciFrantic University, Mike. Are you getting good grades?
Are you the teacher and I'm the student?
I'm the professor. You're the teacher's assistant.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be like Luke Skywalker and you were going to be Obi-Wan because of
No,
our
no, no,
age
no.
difference.
You ever seen Good Will Hunting? You're the guy that gets mad at Will Hunting, you know?
What?
Yeah, you've seen because the teacher's assistant,
Uh,
you know, you got what Skarsgård's the I'm Skarsgård, and you're like the guy that's kind of like, oh, you're yeah. Watch Good Will Hunting. You've seen it.
I know what you're talking about. The guy that, he's basically like, oh, you go get coffee while I'm teaching Will Hunting.
Yeah, and he's mad, but basically because Skarsgård is showing him a lot of affection, and it's clearly pissing this guy off. I would have liked to seen a little like drama there, like he gets in a fight about it or something. But okay, let's get back on point here. Okay, SciFrantic University. So a robot is an autonomous machine designed to perform tasks. What would be an example of a robot, Mike? I want to put you on the spot.
I'm trying to think of one that's not my top 5. I'm like, I don't want to name
You've
somebody
got
in
the
my top 5.
statue right there. Let's see the statue.
Oh, we're gonna go Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's a robot.
Well, but he's in disguise, so I didn't know.
Well, what is their tagline? Robots in disguise. Yeah, Optimus Prime is a robot. Okay, so what would an android be? An android is a robot designed to specifically look like and act like a human. C-3PO. Yes. A cyborg, which is a cybernetic organism, which has living tissue mixed with machines.
Data in First Contact.
Well, I was going to say Borg.
The Borg.
Cyborg.
They basically made him a Borg.
Right. Cyborg. Borg is excellent. So the last one is a droid, which...
Wait, didn't we just do droid?
No, we did android. Android. Droid, I see why you're confused. Droid is a term George Lucas created for Star Wars, which is basically everything. It could be a robot. It could be a droid. It could be a human-looking droid. C-3PO is a droid. Basically, it's an android. But you also have, like, the robots in, like, Episode 2 that are just robots. So Lucas just made up his own droid name and basically made them anything, I mean, Millennium Falcon, I guess, could be a droid. I don't know. So, yeah. Are we on the same page now?
Yes.
Now I have a question for you. I was thinking about this today.
I went to public school, remember?
No. So I know this is not one of our answers. So I gotta ask you, what is a Cylon? Because I couldn't figure it out today. Now I'm not talking about the clanker ones.
Are you
like
talking about
number 6? What would she be? As far as we can tell, they're DNA and like human flesh.
Yeah. I mean, they'd be closest to a cyborg, I would guess, because they do have some mechanical parts, though, right?
I don't think they ever show that. Like, if they shoot like one of the Cylons in Battlestar, they bleed. They're like human beings. But maybe at the microscopic level, they're like machines. I don't know. They never really explain that. So,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
So
they're cool. I like cyborgs.
Cylons.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm still in school right now.
Well, Mike gets a big F. There will be a quiz at the end of the episode for everybody. I want to know what the definitions. I need the definitions in the comments to make sure you read this, watch this entire episode. So
I'm looking now. I see you're playing our friends. Now, this is why we can do a top 5, because we are friends with a bunch of robots and Cylons and cyborgs and droids and androids.
A little bit of everything.
We're friends with everyone.
As you can see there, that's we were with the Cybertronic Spree, who are incredible. That's me and Soundwave, wonderful Transformer, which Transformers are robots. They are not droids. So, okay, well, let's get started. We're going to do our top 5 robots / droids / everything. Mike, do you want to start it off with your number 5?
Number 5. And this one, just to kind of start this off, it's going to be a sentimental pick for me. Now, I'm not going to lie. There's probably a other ones I could have picked that I like their movies more and I like them maybe a little bit more. But this one I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
I watched the movie a billion times, and part two. There's a part two, and I watched it a billion times. So my number five.
Can we do a little guessing game? Like Steve Guttenberg's in it? What is this?
I like how you didn't even guess. You're like, Steve Guttenberg's in it.
What do I already know, but I want the audience to try to guess.
All right, audience. Steve Guttenberg and Ali Sheedy are the stars of part one.
Yeah.
And Michael McKean and Fisher Stevens are the stars of part two.
Do you like part two? Because I do.
I do. I thought part two was pretty good. It's not as good as part one, but it is really good. Michael McKean's especially good as the kind of greedy, who
ends up kind of being a good guy at the end.
Ends up being a good dude.
I loved it. So the answer is
Johnny Five, and fits for number 5 here. So let's see what I wrote down here. So for those of you that don't know, Johnny Five is part of a military group of robots that are going to become weapons, and there's 5 of them, so Johnny Five. But as they're demonstrating the powers of these robots, Johnny Five gets struck by lightning and gains sentience, basically, gains humanity. And the movie is about his trying not to be rebooted and going back to becoming a robot again. He wants to be alive, which is kind of the main thing of this movie. Johnny Five is alive.
Great tagline.
And it has a great song, the "Who's Johnny?" She said. You
didn't
put me on the big screen.
No.
Know what?
Hold on.
Oh, you want me to sing it again? You want me to sing it a second time?
Yeah, one more time.
Okay. Who's Johnny? She said, and smiled in that special way. So
I don't remember that song.
That is a great song, and it's from that movie. So
I have to say, this is an incredible choice that I didn't even think of. I'm for real.
And you know what? This movie, I don't know if it would be made the same way today, because I don't know if you know, but Fisher Stevens is not an Indian man. I think he's just like a regular white guy.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, that played back in the 80s, but it doesn't really play today. So they made 2 movies with him as that too. Like he's in both of them.
Yeah, and I remember the scene where he gets stuck in the freezer and he has to use his like crappy computer to like dial out with songs. Like like Turn Down Broadway or something like that. He got to get his girlfriend to get him out of the freezer. But going back on the first movie, I love the bad guy, which as I was growing up, Police Academy was big for me in my youth, and that's Lieutenant Harris from Police Academy. And he always plays the same bad guy, let's just be honest. And he's really good in that movie. But it's such a touching story because, Johnny Five's trying to convince people he's alive. He's got Ali Sheedy, who he pretty much, like the dance sequence.
It takes a minute. She thinks he's an alien. And then finds out he's a robot. She's like, you're just a stupid robot.
And I remember the I can't remember the band. I think it was the Bee Gees they used and had the little dance sequence, which was a really nice little piece. And then of course the scene where he was like fighting his own, like Johnny's 1 through 4, and he reprograms to beat the Three Stooges.
Three Stooges. Yeah. As a kid, I watched that and I'm just like, oh my God, I want a Johnny Five.
Yeah.
With
the treads. And it's funny I bring up I saw the second one first. It's like a lot of movies in the 80s. You see the like it came on HBO. And I remember when he kind of gets destroyed, they're hitting him with a crowbar. And it's a pretty horrifying scene.
That scene in part 2 is definitely the most like tear-inducing scene.
Yeah.
Because first of all, he thinks the one guy's his friend, the
Oscar.
Yeah. He thinks he's his friend, and and they are just beating him with that thing. It's like his little eyeball thing pops. It's like popping out.
It's horrifying, and he's bleeding acid.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so sad. But and then it's followed by the sweet scene when Michael McKean is helping put him back together.
Rebuilding him.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he goes into crazy psychopath Johnny Five.
He becomes like a punk rocker.
Yeah, and I remember it played that all in every 80s movie song. I want to be a hero. You know what I'm talking about? It's like in every 80s movie. And he's like swinging on the crane, you know, and grabs Oscar. Obviously, he don't kill the bad guys, but pretty dark scene. I like where he programmed the RC airplanes to attack them.
Chase them down.
Yeah, it's a great little scene.
Yeah.
Great choice.
That's my number 5. I mean, yeah, again, sentimental. You know, there's a few more I probably could have put on here other than Johnny Five, but it's sentimental. I watched Short Circuit so many times as a kid, and you mentioned Police Academy. Obviously, as kids, we watched Police Academy on like TBS or something.
Right.
So,
yeah, first movie's rated R.
Yeah. I think are all the Police Academies rated R?
Definitely not.
Really?
I don't know. There 2 might be rated R, but at some point it becomes campy comedy.
When Bobcat Goldthwait shows up.
Is that Citizens on Patrol?
Probably.
That's 2.
I think that's. Oh well.
No,
I don't know.
No, 2. Bobcat Goldthwait comes in the second one for sure, which is either back to the God. We're talking about Police Academy. This is what I love about this shit. It's like either back to the force or something, but Commandant Lassard's not even in it, and neither is Harris. It's Mauser, who is like a police captain. You know, they had 2 bad guys in the series, and it kind of switched off between Lieutenant Harris and Commandant Mauser, and it was one movie had. I don't think one movie had them both in it at the same time. And remember they both had Proctor though as their little go boy,
weasel.
you know, yeah, little boy. So wow, Police Academy, dude, Mike, we got to do a top 5 Police Academy.
we could just rank them. How many of them are there? Like 8 or 9?
Dude, at this point, there's probably 10 because they had a couple of those direct VHS with like Police Academy in Moscow and stuff like that. Where
we should just watch them all, like do live watching. No, I'm just kidding. But we can rank them.
Our channel would get shut down. Okay, so let's get back on track here. So, my number 5. I really like this one because it's ambiguous. Is he a robot? Is he an android? Is he human? What is he?
God, I've forgotten already. What are the definitions?
He's a replicant, maybe. We didn't have replicant in the definitions. I should have put replicant. Blade Runner. Deckard. Yeah, the reason why I went with, I mean, what a flick. The first video I ever made was the first SciFrantic video I ever made was a Roy Batty video, which I'm sure some of y'all have seen. But this character right here, the movie is ambiguous if he's a replicant or not. I hope at this point everybody knows what Blade Runner is. He is a cop in L.A. in the future, I think it's 2024. And in this future, Tyrell Corporation creates these, I guess they're androids, almost like Cylons, because they got flesh. They bleed, but they're robots. So I guess they'd be considered androids. But Tyrell creates replicants that have a 4-year life cycle. But he acknowledged they have an incept. Was it incept date, or whatever it's called?
Inception date.
Inception date, yeah. So, but they make you during the movie lead to believe that Deckard could be a Nexus 7 that doesn't have a death date, that could live a long life. And the reason why I think he is a replicant is because he has the dream about the unicorn.
Kind of taking from the book, the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Correct. Well, and remember Gaff, who is a replicant, supposedly, which is played by Edward James Olmos, he leaves the little paper mache thing unicorn sitting at the door at the end of the movie. Yep. With the great line, "Too bad she won't live. But then again, who does?"
That's a great line. You know, when I met Edward James Olmos at Dragon Con, I actually got him to sign a Blade Runner photo, not Battlestar Galactica, which hurt, but I had to do it.
It's funny you bring out of all the signatures I have, which we haven't shown my Battlestar yet, which is probably the crown jewel I have, other than maybe the aliens. He has one of the finest signatures I've ever seen. Penmanship. It's absolutely an incredible signature. And I remember when I got him to sign it, I was so happy to have him sign this paper. I wanted to put "So Say We All," which is the big tagline for Battlestar, and I forgot. So we went back to his table and was like, "Mr. Almost, I'm so sorry. Could you please put "So Say We All"? I forgot to tell you." Now today that would probably cost an extra $60 freaking dollars, but that day he just, and I was like, incredible. But yeah, Blade Runner, top 20 all time, top 5 all time. I don't know. It is an incredible sci-fi movie, and that's kind of what's great about sci-fi is it makes you ask questions. You know,
that's true.
Is he a replicant or not? Is he a robot? Ridley Scott's never said. Now the sequel kind of tells you he's not a replicant, I guess.
Yeah, because
but they really don't even explain it in the sequel. I guess he could still be alive as a replicant, but yeah. So that's my number 5, Michael.
That's a good choice. I mean, as much as I like Short Circuit, Blade Runner is like, well, Short Circuit's a good movie, and it's especially a good kids movie, but Blade Runner is like all time.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's good that we don't pick the same thing. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. I'm going to need you to change anything. If I pick something and you have it higher, I need you to change it.
I will. I'll let you know. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. So number 4 is one that I think most of you will recognize. I don't know about you, the Wall Man, but
wow, you got it right there this week.
I'm a huge Simpsons fan.
Yeah, me too.
And then they put out a show called Futurama, and I think Futurama is just as good as The Simpsons, so I went with Bending Rodriguez is his full name. So we meet Bender on Futurama. First episode, our main character Fry gets to the future and decides, he's going to end it all. He's going to go to a suicide machine, and he gets in there with Bender, and the machine doesn't work. They become buddies. They go to work for I can't remember the name of the company right now.
You got me on this one.
But they go work it's the Daily Express, something like that. But they go work there, and basically we have tons of episodes. It's not that, it's Planet Express, but they go work there, and Bender is kind of a good guy. He has his good guy moments, but most of the time
he's an alcoholic.
He is a greedy alcoholic, smoking robot who, only cares for Bender and has taglines like "Bite my shiny metal ass." But
great line.
You still can't help but love him. He gets into many adventures with the crew. There's a episode, what's it called? Godfellas, not Goodfellas, but Godfellas, where basically he's thrown into space, gets launched into space, gets hit by an asteroid, and that asteroid leaves like life on him, excretes off like
bacteria.
Yeah, and so it starts evolving on his chest, and they think of him, and they have cognizance or whatever, and they look at Bender as their god because they're living on him. So at first, he uses them to make alcohol, so they just make alcohol on his body. But then he starts to love them as his people, which even when he does that doesn't help much. But that's probably, to me, the kind of crowning achievement of Bender, like the best episode with him. But throughout the series, you can't help but love him. Sometimes you hate him because he gets everybody into trouble, and sometimes gets Fry into trouble, and Fry's just a doofus and you care for him. But that's my number 4, Bender. I got a lot of episodes with him. Hulu keeps bringing it back. They keep bringing Futurama back.
It was on Fox, right? Then it went to FX.
The problem with Futurama was this was back in the day when they would play
music, right?
Football on Fox.
Oh yeah,
the 4:00 game.
yeah.
And for some dumb reason, Futurama came on at 7:00, and football would always carry over, and you wouldn't get to see the episode of Futurama. And it got canceled eventually, but it never really played because they were always getting blocked.
So your question, the first question you asked was, have I watched The Simpsons? Who hasn't watched The Simpsons? And Futurama, how many episodes are there?
Gosh,
Hundreds.
I mean,
hundreds, right?
It's at least over 100, but probably more than that.
So The Simpsons is like 700 episodes.
200.
So
yeah, Simpsons is in season 34 or 35.
Both shows, especially The Simpsons, are generational. Like I watched it when I was a kid. My son's watching it as he's a kid. Now, I kind of went away from it, but I love The Simpsons. What I watched, I can't tell you specific episodes, but it was one of those things you watch. And the same thing with Futurama. Fry was great. Who voices Bender? It's DeMarcus or
it's Billy West.
Billy West. Yeah, and there was like a dispute recently about voicing. He wasn't going to be in the show, but now he's back.
Not Billy West, but Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah,
he does Bender, and he was going to hold out, and then they got him back at the last second
because you can't have the show without Bender.
Yeah, well, I mean, they get somebody else to voice him, but that I don't want that.
Yeah,
it's John DiMaggio or Joe DiMaggio.
It's not Joe DiMaggio. That's a baseball player.
I know it's a baseball player, but I can't remember if that's his name or not.
Wow, I know who voices my number 3.
You know what? It probably is Joe DiMaggio. Hold on.
Yeah, I know who voices mine.
It's Joe DiMaggio or John DiMaggio.
Okay, while Mike waits, we're gonna queue up.
Let's see what we got here. John DiMaggio. Sorry.
John DiMaggio. Okay, good. Okay, well,
I was thinking Joe is the baseball player, so
I guess that will bring me to my cartoon number 4.
You've got a cartoon number 4?
I do.
It's Bender? No,
it is not. Who do you think it is?
All right, so a robot. I'm watching. Oh,
Soundwave
okay.
superior, Destructicons inferior.
Yeah, but I hear he's uncharismatic.
Nobody calls Soundwave uncharismatic. Yeah, that's right. Soundwave. Number 4 for me. I love Soundwave. I mean, I had to pick a Transformer. I love Optimus Prime. I love him. I mean, the death of Optimus Prime. Peter Cullen voiced Optimus. It's hard to beat Optimus. Soundwave, though, was just, I love the loyalty to Megatron. Just, except for in the movie. I was thinking about this today. He's so loyal to Megatron, except for the Transformers movie. Like, he's like, Soundwave, don't leave me. And he says, as you command, Megatron. Yet he don't do a damn thing when Starscream throws him out the freaking door. Am I right?
Well, I just read the first 50 issues of Transformers, the original Marvel comic.
Yeah.
And he is very loyal to Megatron, but then when Megatron gets defeated, he's loyal to
Starscream.
The next one,
Shockwave, Operation Shockwave.
Yeah. So he's loyal to whoever's in charge, but he's loyal to Megatron.
So, do you know who voiced Soundwave?
Is it Frank Welker?
It's Frank Welker. Yes, he just did his Megatron voice and used some kind of synthesizer. Which is it's a great voice. Now, anybody who doesn't know Transformers, what is Soundwave? He's a freaking cassette player tape deck that would eject little cassettes that would transform Ravage, Ratbat, Laserbeak, I mean, the two like Rumble Frenzy, right? They had the jump, you know.
Laserbeak, man, was crucial. Laserbeak was always spying on the Autobots.
And Megatron even like loves Laserbeak. He's like, Laserbeak, unlike the other Decepticons, you've never failed me. You know, it's like Laserbeak is like the star. But you know, obviously you had the Autobot version, which is Blaster, who had the same kind of tapes. Yeah, Soundwave. I hate. Oh, let me zoom in.
No, I thought you were about to zoom in on me. I was gonna be like, dang, you hate me that much?
Soundwave in the Transformers live action movie. He's a satellite, and here's the real kick in the nuts is Frank Welker voices him. I don't know if you remember, he's like in space as a satellite. You remember that?
Kind of. I mean, I honestly, I don't think I've seen all the Transformers live action.
It was the first one.
I hated it
It's
so
the
much.
first one.
It is the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen it.
He shoots Ravage, which is like the tiger down there. But Frank Welker uses his Dr. Claw voice. You know that. Oh hell, you know Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Oh, the Inspector guy, yeah.
Yeah, I can't even do it. How does Dr. Claw? He's got a real deep voice, kind of like that. But
like Christian Bale.
Yeah, he's Batman, and it's just horrible. How do you blow that voice? That all hell Megatron, that monotone robot sounding.
How did they
voice.
blow everything in the Transformers movie? I mean, like they could have had so
Optimus.
much cool stuff. Yeah. I mean, Optimus is cool for sure. He is definitely the coolest part.
Well, I will say
Bumblebee's kind of cool too.
They got Soundwave right in the Bumblebee movie. I don't know if you watched the beginning. And he's like
the best part of the
Bumblebee. Autobots attack the Autobots, and he transforms, and Optimus shows up. It's actually if that had been the Transformers movie 25 years ago, I'd been like, oh my God, these are going to be great. And they just didn't follow up on it. But yeah, Soundwave, he's a robot in disguise that transforms as a tape deck.
To kind of go off topic again here, Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. Did you? I read something recently that was saying, and chat comments below, tell me if I'm wrong. But
please, somebody comment.
Please tell me if I'm wrong. But I read something like you never see his face until they made like some action figures, and like there's a set of action figures where there's a Dr. Claw where you see his face.
What does he look like?
I can't remember. I just read about it. I don't know if I actually saw it.
That was quite a dramatic hook there. I thought you were going to say. I thought you was going to say it was Inspector Gadget's twin brother or something.
I think he just looked like a regular guy, though. I mean, it's not like where he's a robot or some messed up face or anything. I think he just looks like a regular guy.
Okay, it's kind of funny we're talking about this. What would you consider Inspector Gadget?
Well, he's got the Go-Go Gadget legs, but are those over like his real legs?
I think he's a cyborg.
Is he really?
So he would be half robot, half man.
Could be.
Wow. Inspector Gadget. I remember
you ever watched the Inspector Gadget movie? The one with Matthew Broderick?
I watched, I think, the first one. It's okay.
I don't think I ever saw it. I need to watch that.
But I remember the cartoon. Inspector Gadget's a bumbling idiot. Except for Penny and Brain, they always saved his butt. But there was one episode, and I don't know what it's called, where Inspector Gadget's actually chasing Claw. He's actually, good pursuit with him and almost catches him. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. They actually made Inspector Gadget not a bumbling Momo. That's what I want to see, where Inspector Gadget's not just a doofus. Well, he was played by the Get Smart guy, right?
Yeah, I think so. Can't remember his name.
Okay.
If Bill was here, he'd know.
Bill. Okay, dude. Well,
talked into a shoe.
We're done. Are we on number 3 now?
Number 3.
Number 3. You're number 3.
Okay. So
number 3.
My number 3. I actually watched a movie with my number 3 last night because I kind of wanted to get in the headspace, ready to watch. Are ready to talk about them. But my number 3.
What is your? Hold on, I can't remember. What is your number 3? I got a list here. Go ahead and tell me.
My number 3 was from a show called Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes. Okay, good.
Uh,
Thank you.
I was looking at the preview here, and I was like, "Is he gonna put the photo in
Well,
there?"
I'm sorry.
I'm like drawing out like.
I couldn't
And
remember.
yesterday,
I couldn't remember.
so last night I watched Star Trek Generations, which doesn't get the praise that say First Contact.
The
gets,
Enterprise B stuff is incredible.
It is. Generations could be a great Star Trek movie, and I still
100%
think
agree
it's
with
a
you.
really good one. The only problem is the death of Kirk. The death of Kirk is the only thing that
You know
really
what?
ruins that
I don't
movie.
even hate that so much. After I
Eh,
heard, can I explain to you why? Because
Sure.
William Shatner explained his death, and he was like, does he say, "Oh my"? What does he say?
He says that's his last
Oh
words.
my!
Yeah.
And it's like he's seeing death, and if you rewatch it, think of that, like he sees the next thing. It's pretty good. But I understand the scaffolding thing. He needed to die on the bridge of a starship. Let's just be honest.
He
Ramming
needed to
it,
die
just
in
like
battle.
George Kirk.
He didn't need to die in battle against a scientist. He needed to die in battle against a Klingon
Who killed
or
his son.
against
Yeah.
somebody like that.
Yeah, I agree. But I really didn't like the Picard stuff where you find out his nephew burned.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
like, really? We're gonna okay.
They just it's like they just threw that in there so that at the end of the movie they could have that scene
where Sauron kind of hits him with the fire thing, or Sonar, or whatever his name is.
or when he gets pulled into the ribbon and has his own kids, because in that scene he's kind of upset because he's never had kids,
right.
But
these are my children.
So yeah, Generations, I watched it last night, but getting to my number 3 is Data, in case y'all don't see him in the photo and you don't know Star Trek. Data is
an android
for sure, with an off button, because they had to throw it on there because he would save the day in every episode if they didn't turn him off. But and he is physically capable of doing anything, so I guess that's what an android can do too. I don't know.
Yeah, he breaks Worf's hand in an episode. I mean, my God.
But I was going to talk like thinking about the movies. Of course, on the show there's so many episodes where he saves the day. There is the episode of Measure of a Man where they have to debate whether or not he's living,
sentient being.
Yeah. So they're great episodes, but in the movies, when you look at the movies, there's 4 Next Generation movies. Generations, you basically have Data wanting to have emotions, and a big part of this movie is him getting the emotion chip and not being able to control it, which kind of leads to Geordi being kidnapped and leads on this goose chase. Then you have First Contact, where the Borg make him into a man with his emotion chip. They turn it on at one point, and they've given him
skin,
real skin. Yeah. So you have that, and then Insurrection. I can't remember that. I don't think they do as much with Data.
They do. Data's with the kid, so he kind of bonds with the child. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a bonding there, and it's good. But then you have the 4th one where in First Contact, Patrick Stewart or Jean-Luc Picard saves Data. He goes back. He's like, I'm not going to leave Data here. And in Nemesis, you have the opposite, where Data's like, I'm saving you this time. And it kind of what I'm trying to say is throughout the 4 movies, Data grows. He just keeps growing through each movie. And in the 4th one, he sacrifices. And it's honestly, after Nemesis and what happens in that, I mean, it was really upsetting to me. And I was a grown up. I was like, oh my God, not Data. And and then they did Picard and kind of
brought him back.
Yeah.
So Data's my number 2, or my number 3. No, my number 3 as well. So, I love that. I like how you slanted the movies. I think that's awesome. Um, I really hated little life forms, little life forms, and Mr. Tricorder, make it
Oh,
so.
he had bad jokes.
Yeah,
He had bad jokes for sure. But
but I like the emotional hook is the problem, and you're exactly right. They ramp it up with the Borg Queen, and it is incredible, where he almost tricks her, you know.
another cool thing about Generations is, first off, the opening of Generations is one of the best openings of any Star Trek movie.
I love it.
And you get the Data part where he doesn't understand humor and he pushes Crusher off into the
Yeah,
water. And the look like Geordi and Troy give them, they're like, "Oh my God, what did you just do?" And Geordi's like, "That's not funny."
computer
Uh,
delete the deck or whatever. What is
the
it?
plank.
The plank. Yeah.
But yeah, again, and I'm saying this because I watched Generations last night, so it's fresh on my head. But at the end of that movie, you have him like finding Spot, and he's like,
Starts crying. Yeah.
"Counselor, I don't understand." He's like, "I'm happy, but I'm crying." And she's like, or he's like, "I think I'm not functioning right, or I'm not functioning." And she's like, "I think you're functioning just right," or And that's a beautiful scene. And then my favorite thing, because when you told the joke, it reminded me when he opens the door with the open sesame, and he's like, "I guess,"
Open sesame.
and he says, "I guess you could say I have a magnetic personality."
Personality.
And it's not funny, but it's the laugh he does after that. He's like, "Ha ha ha!" And I was just like, "That's hilarious." I love that laugh whenever he says that, when he's laughing at his own joke.
Well, and you make a good point that how he's grown, but also the whole show, not Generation so much, but First Contact, Nemesis, and a little bit in Insurrection. It's a relationship between Data and Picard.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you said in First Contact. He tells Alfred Woodard's character, he come and saved me when I was in trouble with the Borg. Now I got to go save him.
yeah,
And for a minute, you think, I remember watching First Contact for the first time thinking, oh my God, Data's about to betray Picard. And then it has that incredible scene where it's like resistance is futile and then he punches the thing. But yeah, the Nemesis is, there's a lot of problems with Nemesis, but his death scene, I think I had an issue with Picard kind of locking up and then Data showing up where Picard's kind of like almost like he's not going to go through with killing himself. And then Data kind of puts a little micro transport on him and basically forces the issue. I think it's a great death. Obviously, they were trying to recreate Spock's death, right? Trying to recreate a Wrath of Khan kind of thing. And they even left B4 there to bring Data back. If the movie made $600 million, we would have had another movie. You know that, right?
yeah. So they could have, they could have come up with a little thing and been like, "Oh yeah, by the way," like Geordi comes up, it's like, "Oh, I had this backup of Data."
Yeah,
Click.
yeah. Jump drive AI. Yeah, it's and now Data's back with B4. Yeah,
And poor B4 is dead.
yeah. I think they still call him B4 in the Picard series because he's got. I think they especially they did. He uses B4's body.
They two-vixed him.
Yeah, poor TVs.
Poor B4 got two-vixed.
Yeah, so this is my number 3. Like you said, Data literally saves Enterprise 4 million times. The better episodes are definitely Measure of a Man. I love Data Day, where he's going through a day as Data, where you see he's got the night shift basically because he doesn't sleep, so he's got to take third shift on the bridge.
Anytime he plays Sherlock Holmes.
Always he was obviously Brent Spiner is a very big thespian and phenomenal character.
Dude, and a fistful of Datas. Come on.
Was that a holodeck episode?
That's the one. That's the Worf episode with him and his son in the cowboy.
But it's not a holodeck episode, right? It's like an
Yeah, it's
alien.
a holodeck.
It is holodeck. Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think it's a holodeck episode.
Well, I couldn't remember because I remember they went back to the West for like an alien back in time thing one time.
No, this is holodeck because there's a bunch of different data. It's like, it gets to a point where at the end, like everybody's data. Like they go to the woman and the woman turns in this data. Right. In like a dress and a bonnet or something.
So there's an episode, and I loved it. There's just these little things about Data. He didn't use contractions.
Yeah, because he's a robot.
Well,
or android. Sorry,
but why? So you can't program a freaking robot or android to do contractions? Do you know the episode I'm talking about where Riker's like, "What did you say?" He's like, "You said can't. You're not Data." He's like, "Wow, I would have never picked up on that." But yeah, so Data can't use contractions. Okay, yeah. I think that's number 3 for both of us.
Number 3.
Or
what's it from Inglourious Bastards?
Greta Glazin. Greta Glazin. Okay, Mike, you're number 3. I know which one it is this time.
Well, my number 3 was Data, but my number 2.
Okay.
My number 2. This is a character that unfortunately I left off of my top 5 sci-fi movies. It really hurt me because, I love this movie. I love this character. I am a big fan of the movie RoboCop. And
Dead or Alive. You're coming with me.
My NECA RoboCop figure here that I love. I love my RoboCop.
Ooh, here, let me go full screen on that. Just Mike. Here we go. Wow, that's incredible.
I've got a Funko Pop.
Why don't you give me that one?
Too. Because I only have one of these. This doesn't come in the NECA blind box. But
we'll get a little synopsis of RoboCop.
So, hold on. RoboCop. Hold on, I messed up my headphones. So RoboCop is an ordinary man. He's just joined a different police station. He goes out on patrol and basically
Alex Murphy
doesn't make it
on the first day.
On the first day, like it basically, or I'm going to stop saying basically, but I don't know if you guys have seen this meme. But there's a hilarious meme out there where it shows RoboCop and it's like dies on the first day and still has to go back to work. Like
right. Well, it gets resurrected.
Yeah, they keep it. And so basically, Murphy is put into this robotic shell and programmed to become like the next level police officer. And he has some glitches, and after these glitches, he finds out who killed Murphy. Yeah. And RoboCop goes after those guys. They have clauses so that you can't kill them because you could program a robot. Yeah, you could program a robot or an android and or a cyborg. Well, RoboCop's got to be a robot. It's RoboCop. So,
well, but no, he'd be a cyborg.
Yeah, but he's called RoboCop, not Cyborg Cop.
I know, but he should have been called Cybocop because he is a cyborg. Do we need to pull up the definitions again? He's a human being with metal parts or machine parts. He's like a Borg.
So he goes after the guys. Was it Whitaker? Is it Whitaker?
You're talking about the bald guy?
Yeah, from that '70s show.
Oh my God! What is his
Boddicker?
name?
Is it Boddicker?
Yeah.
Gosh, I was like, it was on the tip of my tongue. Y'all, again, I'm sorry, I'm not good with names, but
that's what I'm here for.
So he goes after it's like Clarence Boddicker, and
who OCP is the mega corporation that is trying to create RoboCop because in the storyline there is a police strike. So this megacorp is that a police department's been outsourced to this megacorp, and they want to put a bunch of RoboCops on the street, including Ed 209, which is just a robot.
Ed 209 failed. So they tried with Ed 209 at first, and he ended up killing that one guy. Like,
Yeah.
that poor guy.
Yeah. Hey, put the gun at Ed 209. Stop. Poor Ed 209.
Ed 209 was a great robot too, but it just had a problem with stairs.
I'm going to tell everybody that's watching, there's something, and I told you about it about a year ago, an incredible RoboCop documentary on Amazon.
RoboDoc.
Yeah, is it called RoboDoc?
I think so.
And it's got this line just stakes out to me. It's Peter Weller, who's obviously RoboCop, and he's like, they had this ad. It's like, this cop don't stop at no donut shop. And that was an ad for RoboCop. And when Peter Weller says it, I just laugh and laugh. This cop don't stop at no donut shop. But yeah, it's a great documentary. It's like that scene where that executive gets killed by Ed 209. Paul Verhoeven, who is the director who did Total Recall, Battles, what's the bug movie? Starship Troopers. And RoboCop. It just was like violent. They said the actor had been just pummeled by these squibs because Ed 209 is clearly using like anti-aircraft bullets or something. Great movement from RoboCop, you know?
Yeah, he's moving like a robot, but also like a human. And it's whoever's in that suit, I would doubt Peter Weller's in the suit.
No, it's Peter Weller.
Like the whole time, like even doing the moves,
dude. Peter Weller went in that documentary. That's why you need to watch this thing. He goes to a ballet teacher, and he's like, "We got to figure out the moves." And he got this ballet guy to like figure out like the head moves and then the body moves. This how RoboCop does. You've seen it. Which if you were making the movie, it's all new, but it's like, you know. But yeah, he's in the suit the whole time.
Well, then Peter Weller is like a 10 out of 10. S tier robot. S tier robot.
So are you bumping him to number one?
No, I mean, all 5 of these would be S tier. But actually, Johnny 5 might not be S tier. But
Johnny 5's not S tier, neither is Bender.
But hey, Bender, as far as animated stuff goes, would be S tier.
He's okay. There's Soundwave and this S tier, and then there's Bender's A tier. Okay.
No.
That's fine. That's fine. But
more kids today will know Bender than they'll know Sound.
Even the photographs sitting here, you can see almost the movement that Weller pulled off. He deserved an Oscar for it,
dude. And so you have like multiple bad guys almost at the corporation, and you have OCP. Miguel Ferrer plays one. He's like the young guy.
Yeah.
Who created RoboCop. He's not the one that created Ed 209. He created RoboCop. So he's like the new
up and coming executive.
Yeah. And then you have the guy
Ronnie Cox.
Yep. Who is
Dick Jones.
He created Ed 209, right?
Definitely was ahead of the department.
Yeah,
the engineers created him, but
so he hates Miguel Ferrer's character because he's like because he thinks he's pushing him out of his.
Well,
spot.
he wants to push him out. Remember the bathroom scene?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. They're all like greedy businessmen, like
right,
trying to get to the top.
They're trying to get the SUX. That car sucks.
Yeah. So. Eventually, and if you guys haven't seen it, I'm sorry, it's nearly 40 years old. So you
and been remade.
I can do spoilers here. So Dick Jones gets Miguel Ferrer's character. He basically has him killed by Boddicker, and there's a scene at the end when Dick Jones gets killed by RoboCop, and it's a really cool scene because, like I had said earlier, RoboCop couldn't kill people in OCP.
Yeah, Directive 4, he couldn't arrest an executive
or murder or take down anybody in OCP.
Yeah, exactly. That was Directive 4.
So Dick Jones is like, all right, he's like, you can't arrest me, you can't arrest her. There's nothing you can do. And the CEO is like, you're fired. And RoboCop's like,
you're fired. Thank you. Bah, 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 bah. And then he blows him out the window just like the other guy died.
And what's funny is there's the guy that was Miguel Ferrer's friend. he looks out the window and he just has the biggest smile. Like he
Well,
is so
because
happy that Dick Jones is gone.
So RoboCop puts, remember, whatever the freaking data thing he has, it's like a blade that he stabs Boniger with, which is like a USB in the future. Right. It's like a spear.
Like a weapon and a
But so he puts it in and shows the recording of Dick Jones saying, "I killed Jimmy," or whoever he was. And the buddy with the glasses, like you said, that was his friend, and he's pretty pissed off that Dick Jones killed his friend.
Actually, I think when they show that too, like they show him like he's got his head turned, and he goes,
like he's mad as hell.
Mad as hell.
Yeah, kind of like Eat It Harvey. Yeah, it was kind of an Eat It Harvey.
He's that mad. He is Harvey mad.
He's Harvey mad. Yeah, when you get Harvey mad on a film, you know you done piss someone off. But but he stabs the thing, shows it off, and obviously the CEO, which the CEO is a bad guy. He's just like Dick Jones and everybody, but he ends up being okay because he even's like, "What's your name, son?" And RoboCop's like Murphy, or you know what I mean. Like it was like a good little moment between him and the CEO, but yeah.
Well, again, there's Ed 209, also a great robot, I will say.
Stop motion animated.
Honorable mention to Ed 209. It's just he couldn't get down them stairs.
He couldn't get downstairs. Why did he sound like a tiger or something too? Like
yeah.
Yeah, Ed 209 is a great robot.
And this movie does have that great line, the I'd buy that for $1. Kind of going throughout the whole movie.
I mean, that's like a Paul Verhoeven thing, is like the ads, right? Like he's always got these little ads that are, yeah. Great bad guys, pretty gory movie for the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, gosh, when that guy falls in the nuclear waste and he's like, "Help me!"
God, as a kid,
I remember
when the SUX run him over and he just blows up, splatters all over the car. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. Like it was disgusting. There's three things that I thought were going to be a little more dangerous in as you got older. Quicksand was a big one, and raw sewage waste because of that movie. You know what I mean? I can't remember what the third thing is, but there was a third thing but like quicksand was like very scary as a kid for some reason. Well,
it's because every like 70s and 80s show had some version of quicksand. I know Gilligan's Island did, and I was like,
stay away from quicksand. But the toxic waste is right up there with quicksand to me for that movie. It's like, geez. I remember I was at a store at Lenox Mall, and it had an alien, a xenomorph, and it said radioactive toxic, and it said do not touch. Now, as a kid, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to turn into like that guy. But really, it's just a sign to keep the stupid children from touching this xenomorph.
Yeah, as a kid. And then who would have known as you got older, it was age that made you look like that guy. Your Spider-Man impersonation.
Yeah, it doesn't help that he's redheaded. Oh, God. Okay, moving on. So that was number 2 for you?
Number 2. That was number 2.
So my number 2 is coming up. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw RoboCop as a kid, and I probably didn't see a lot of like the word, or I didn't hear a lot of the words, and I didn't see a lot of the killing, but.
Well, it's just like like anything else we watched growing up. It was probably on TBS and all the bad stuff. I do remember seeing the
guy blowing up. Yeah, I did see that.
Like they must have kept that into the damn regular TBS version, but okay. So number 2 from me. Hold on, wait a minute. I got the wrong picture. It's okay. We'll go with this one for number 2. I'll go with the other one for number 1. So, there's a franchise that a synthetic or android or robot is very prevalent in. And the first Alien, right? You got, what's his name? Oh my gosh, help me out. Ash, who ends up being the bad guy, right? So, it's almost like a big surprise that he's even an android. Like he's got the milk and all that stuff coming out of him. But my number two is because I love how Cameron does this, man. Cameron does this, and he does this with another robot that we haven't mentioned yet. But he takes the bad guy and he flips it and makes him the good guy. So what android am I talking about, Mike?
It's Winona Ryder from Alien Resurrection, right?
Wrong.
Oh.
Bishop from Aliens. I
Love
Bishop from Aliens. Everybody already. My tagline for SciFrantic is "Stay Frantic, Marines," which is from Aliens. I just kind of repurposed it. Stay Frosty, Marines. Stay Frantic, Marines. But so obviously the movie is Ripley comes up at 50 years in the future after Alien. The xenomorph got shot out of the ship. Ash was the robot that had orders from the company, Weyland-Yutani, to save the xenomorph. All crew expendable. Ripley, still alive, gets woken up, gets thrown back into the situation to go back to LV-426 to try to save the colonists who have been there for 50 years. We've lost contact. She's eating. They woke up from hypersleep, and they're eating lunch. And what does she see? Bishop, after this
gives
knife
away
scene,
cornbread.
Yeah, she must not like the cornbread either. What a great line. He clearly marks himself, and the white milky substance that is this synthetic android reveals that he is an android to Ripley, who proceeds to lose her shit on his ass. And I didn't know there would be a synthetic on board. And he what does he say? I prefer the term artificial person. But what's so great about Bishop is she doesn't trust him the entire movie. And there's a little like Cameron sprinkles a little nods that he could be working for the company. Like he's studying the face huggers, and she's like, well, who told you to do this? And he's like, Burke did, for transportation back to the company. And Ripley's like, we're going to destroy these, Bishop. And he's like, of course. But you kind of maybe think that Bishop he's a company robot like they all are. But he said he's got the new inhibitors that say he can't harm human beings. And then, the movie's going along, and it's incredible. Bishop actually flies the transport down, and the big hook at the end when they go to save Newt is she comes up the elevator, and Bishop has taken off.
Not there. He's not there.
He's not there. And her one of my lines, and pardon my language here, God damn you, Bishop. Like she's pissed that Bishop has betrayed her, just like every one of these other, just like Ash had, these synthetics. But what's so great, like I said with Cameron, is the unlikeliest of heroes. Bishop becomes the hero. He's there, picks them up, gets back to the Solanco, the mothership, and ends up saved. I mean, what a scene, right? When the freaking queen stabs through Bishop.
Oh, man. Tears him in half.
Yeah. What a sequence. And I remember seeing that as a child. Maybe 10. And I didn't understand it. It was a robot. Like, I thought it was just a person that was ripped apart because, it's pretty gruesome. But I thought that was a great heroic ending. Bishop saves Newt from going out the air shaft. And then, of course, Alien 3 comes along and everybody dies. So his heroics are wasted.
Yep. They just, oh well.
So that's my number 2.
And you forgot his best line.
Wow. I'm blank. What is it?
Not bad
for a human. Yeah. The book I have, which I've mentioned on the show before, that's the name of his book, Not Bad for a Human. Yeah, because she says it to him, though, too, right? Not bad for an android or something. Doesn't she say something like that?
She must say it to him at some point.
Oh, you did good. You did good, Bishop. You did good. That's what she says as they're coming off the dropship before the queen goes ham on their ass. But great. Just like I said, that's Cameron. He does his thing. He takes the story and what you think, and he doesn't just kill off people you love. He kind of flips it a little bit. Now the android's the hero of the movie instead of the villain, like an Alien. So I love that hook.
That's true. True. I love Bishop. Lance Henriksen is a great person too. That doesn't hurt when you meet one of these people. Like, you already love Bishop, but then you meet them at a convention and they turn out to be really cool.
Yeah.
And it just makes you love that character even more.
Yeah, he was. I've spoken about meeting him. He's phenomenal. I can't say anything. He's just like you said. Bill Paxton and him were just like I wanted them to be. So
yeah, both awesome people.
Okay, what are we on? You're number one or
number
one?
Number one is number one here.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys have picked up, this might be a hint or not, but
what is that behind you?
My number one
What's that behind you?
is a character played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. The T-800.
Is it really the T-800 or is it T-101?
What?
I think he's the T-101. Let me check that. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
I was wondering. I was like, what?
The T-101 Terminator. T-800 versus T-101. Terminator is also known as the Cyberdyne System 101, or T-800 is the name. So T-1, I knew that I'd seen the T-101 somewhere. So he is the T-101 as well.
Okay. I thought you were saying he wasn't the T-800. He was the T-101. And I was like, what?
Okay, so I got to do a little more research on this, but the endoskeleton, I think, is the T-800. And when you have the skin on him, he's the T-101.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Okay, proceed with your proceed.
Thank you so much. You know what? There's probably like a part inside of Data that was probably called, the 100 chip. He's the 100 chip.
Wait a minute now. We talked about his chip and then we named it correct. It's his emotion chip.
No, I'm making a joke. Like, he has a name for inside a chip, so it means he's also a T-100. But anyways,
I like details, dude. I'm sorry.
My number one, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the T-800.
Terminator.
And even though Waltz told me I couldn't use them both, but I am. I'm talking about the Terminator in the Terminator Part 1 and the Terminator in Terminator Part 2.
Which I said was a different Terminator.
They're two different T-800s, but they are both T-800s. So I love them both.
Yep.
And that's part of what makes T-800 so cool, is that you have a good guy one and you have a bad guy one.
It's kind of like that Cameron thing I was saying. He flipped it on.
Speaking of James Cameron, you got James Cameron on both of these. But you get so many great lines from Arnold in both movies. I mean, I could go through and name them all.
Let's start. Let's go.
I think the biggest one's going to be "I'll be back." I think that's
definitely
the biggest one.
What would be number two? Hasta la vista, baby.
Probably.
Come on.
That's the funniest one from Part 2. I
really like when the guy knocked at the door and he goes, "Fuck you, asshole."
Yeah, when he's looking for like comebacks.
Fuck you, asshole. Okay, but there's got to be other there's got to be other lines that are he popularized in Terminator. I can't think anymore.
I'm blanking right now because I'm sitting here trying to think. Let's see what else
he said a lot of Spanish shit because John Connor taught him, obviously hasta la vista, and it was like, it's all everything John Connor taught him, you know.
Well, you got to like in Part 2. I like the he'll live after he shoots the guy in the kneecaps.
Oh,
He's like,
he'll live. You shot me,
but
dipshit, moi.
You get him as the bad guy and the good guy. He is a menacing bad guy who you just do not think can be killed in Part 1. Like you get to the end of the movie and you're just like, how are they going to kill this thing?
Right.
And because honestly, for number one, it's because Arnold looks menacing. Look at him. He's huge. And two, because he's a robot on the inside.
I mean,
he's the T-101 on the inside.
Well, he's blown. Let's just go through it. He's blown up, run over. He puts a pipe bomb in him, blows him in half. He's still alive, still going after Sarah Connor. Kyle Reese has done bought it. And what finally does him in is the freaking press, right?
Yeah, a little press. Like it just crushes them, which honestly, you would think the metal of the future might have been tougher. Who knows? Or whatever they made him of.
Right. Yeah.
But
vibranium.
He is not, and it crushes
Well,
them.
It's funny you mentioned that. We didn't bring up T-1000, who is a superior robot, which... What the hell is T-1000? He's not a cyborg. He doesn't have human skin, so he's just a robot.
Liquid metal, so he's a robot.
He's just a robot.
Liquid metal.
So T-1000 is the same way. It's like, how are we going to kill this thing? Yeah. Thank God we went to this steel mill.
Well, and it also makes you think that T-800. You in this one in part 2, you look at it and you're like, wow, the T-800 is weak. Like he is the lesser model.
Well, he even says it. I'm inferior. Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a great character in both movies, but also Arnold plays them to a T. Like kind of like what we were talking about with RoboCop with the movements. Like he feels like a robot. Now he doesn't move like a robot like RoboCop, but he's so menacing looking that you think he is. Like once you find out that he's a robot, you're like, oh, I see it. Like he's pretty tough.
I watched it. It's funny you bring it up. I watched an interview that Cameron did. That in the beginning, Arnold wanted to be Kyle Reese.
Yeah,
because he didn't want to be a bad guy. He's like, I want lines, so he wanted to be Kyle Reese. And he said, Cameron said he met with him at this diner, and he was like, "What you want is this guy who can just reload the gun without even looking at it, like." Because O.J. Simpson was going to be the Terminator. Remember that, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he needs to just be a robot about it. Like ride a motorcycle, be a robot about it. And Cameron's like, dude, you clearly put a lot of thought into this character. You need to be the Terminator. And Arnold's like, no, I want to be the star. He's like, once I'm done with you, you will be the star.
I mean, look at the poster. He's obviously the star.
And the line you said, Arnold didn't want to say. He said it sounds stupid to say I'll be back. It says I think it needs to be I will be back. And
he didn't want to use the contractions.
Jim Cameron goes, I'll do the writing, you do the acting. And who was right? Jim Cameron. You know, so
but yeah, I mean, this is perfection. Like I don't know how many times you've watched Terminator and Terminator 2, but I couldn't count on all my fingers and toes how many times I've watched Terminator.
I know you're bringing up the Terminator, but just the design that Stan Winston did of the T-800, the skeleton, horrifying droid, you know. And you bring up a meme the other day. The meme I saw today was that scene where the T-800 is going through, and it's like you ask Chat GPT to count to 1,000,000, and it's looking for you. Like AI's done risen up and is trying to go after the guy to ask ChatGPT to count to 1,000,000. But yeah, I mean, the design of the exoskeleton is an incredible. It's a skeleton. It's beautiful. It's wonderful design. T2's sequence with those robots might be some of the best stuff I've ever seen. But you're right. I've seen it 1,000,000 times. Boy, that poster looks good right there.
That's a great poster.
Yeah.
This is an okay one. That's a pretty good poster right there too. But
well, it's the same picture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same picture. It's just
yeah. What is the number in his glasses? I can't make it out.
CSM-101.
No, tell me, are you kidding me?
CSM. I don't know what CSM means.
Cyberdyne Systems.
101.
Wow. I think you owe me an apology.
No, but he's still the T-800. We all know that.
No, dude, he's Cyberdyne Systems 101. Says it right there. I can see it now. Cyberdyne Systems 101.
He's looking at something that says CSM 101. Obviously, it's in the glasses.
Cyberdyne Systems 101.
Yeah, he's about to kill the 101 because somebody called him one.
He ain't gonna kill me. I'm calling him by the right thing. You don't. Oh Lord. Wow, that was a good one. I don't know how I could top that one, so I'm not even going to try. So I'll tell you my number one, but I don't think it's going to be as good as Terminator. So I just wanted to do a little something different because look, we've known each other a long time. Kind of got an idea what the list was going to be, huh?
I know what your number one is now.
What?
You know, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
It's Wally. It's Wally, isn't it?
No, it's not Wally.
Oh, wait, you're not Clark. You're not Clark.
No, mine is. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. Keep talking.
So we don't have Clark here with us this week, but I did text him and I was like, hey Clark, what do you think should be the top 5 robots of all time? Who would you pick? And I just want to let y'all know he did not put Wally in his top 5, even though on the animated one he literally laughed out loud about Optimus dying and cried about Wally looking at fat people. and thought that was the most moving thing.
They rolled around in chairs. Hey, is this a good time to plug his book?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, so just to let y'all know, Clark did not put Wally in his top 5. I'm calling you out for that, Clark, because you know that if
so it's his number top 5 animated movies, but it's not one of his top 5 robots.
No.
That's really dumb.
But you know, and it's called Wally, so that whole movie is Wally. You know, Transformers is in my top 5 animated movies, but there's like 1,000 Transformers, so it's hard for me.
Okay, well that's dumb too. You should have.
No, it was hard for me to pick one.
You should have picked the Transformer.
I couldn't decide. There were so many Transformers I wanted to pick. So, but so y'all, just let show you this.
Oh, let me get back to you. Yeah, let me get you back on the big screen. Sorry.
So, this is a book called Transmission, right here.
Yeah,
it's written by our frequent guest star Clark Province,
the professor of soundtracks.
Yep, and he wrote this back in 2021, 2022, somewhere around there. It is for sale on Amazon. It's been on Amazon.
Has it got his picture on the inside?
No, I don't think he puts his picture in there.
He needs his picture on the inside.
He has an about the author at the back.
Yeah,
but he did. He gave me this copy and he signed it
to Mike. Here, let's see it.
No, this is personal.
I'm just going to rewind it and pause it right there.
Transmission.
God, now I'm kind of concerned what's written in there. Is he like confessing his love to you or something?
No, he confessed that everything in this book actually happened. No, but
okay, Francis, we'll leave the link in the Facebook channel if you want to check it out. Maybe buy
just to let y'all know, it's on Amazon, $14.99. If you buy a paperback like this, it is free, I think, if you go through the Kindle app, and if you haven't used your free audiobooks or free, not audiobooks, but your free books.
You know who's going to be mad about this?
Who?
Bill.
We plugged Bill stuff.
We haven't put his CD up and showed it.
Well, I don't have one of his. I don't have a CD
never
player.
Gave me one.
Well, that's on you then, because I don't have one. I do have a copy of this book. But yes, we have plugged Bill stuff. We've talked about it. You got to go to Bungie's Comics to get that. That's not on Amazon, I don't think. But I think
I bet you it is.
You know what? It might actually be on Amazon.
Think it is on Amazon. Wow! Why don't you give them bad information while you're at it?
Well, see, I was doing Clark's thing. Remember, we said you were going to do Bill's thing.
No, we did not.
After I'm done with this, you're doing Bill's, and I was doing Clark's.
Well, I think that's a great book review. What would you give the book out of 10? Or would you call it
10? Out of 10, I would give it a 3. No, I'm just kidding. I'd give it an 8.5.
You heard it here first, folks. 8.5 for, what's the name of it? Transmission by Clark Province.
This is his first book, and I've been waiting 4 years for the next one. So, Clark, you need to get on it. You take it too long.
Is it going to be a sequel?
You aren't George R.R. Martin. We need you to get on.
Yeah, nobody's getting younger in this squad. We're all getting older. Okay, well, let's finish strong. I got one more movie. One more robot.
What is that?
You ready?
Okay.
It's in my top 5 sci-fi movies of all time. TARS.
What is that from?
From Interstellar.
Oh.
Okay, so here's why I love TARS. It's an absolute asinine design. He's supposed to be like a military robot, supposedly. I don't even know what the acronym is. You can't even figure out what TARS stands for online. Like, nobody knows. But by the end of the movie, he had
This android really stupid.
no. He's not. No, that's just it. He saves the human race, Mike. And he's not an android. Does he look like a human being to you? This is a robot.
Well, there was an A in there. I guess I should have said R. I should have used R for robot.
This is a robot.
This annoying robot, stupid.
Why are you dissing on my choice here? You had Johnny Five.
Johnny Five is amazing.
Dude, okay, so Mike's going to diss on Interstellar because he's only seen it one time. If he ever rewatches it again, he'll be like, TARS is great. TARS and Case saved the day. Like, TARS goes with Cooper into the black hole and helps him figure out the entire movie or the plot to get the equation so the human race can survive. And Case has one of those. Now, I don't know why they're called TARS and Case. They're the same robot. That's why I don't like the acronym. But Case saves Brant when transforms into like the Rolly version. You know what scene I'm talking about where he was in the water and transformed into the Rolly version, and Cooper's like, "Go get her, Case," and transforms. He rolls out and gets her, picks her up, brings her back, saves her life. Then TARS has this incredible sequence where he docks. They dock with the ship, and Cooper is using TARS to do the docking swing. So there's two scenes you need to watch when you get off from here. You need to watch the mountain scene from Interstellar, and you need to watch the docking scene. Those two sequences are incredible sequences with the two robots. And that's all I'm going to say on that. And if anybody disagrees with me, that's fine. I like these two robots because they're different, you know? It's a different thing. I knew Mike, like what I was saying earlier, I've known you for 25 years. I knew we were going to probably put the same stuff. So I threw TARS and Case in there because I really do love them.
Well,
but
not only
knew
did you
would
throw
never
them in there,
pick them. You would never pick these two.
Not only did you throw them in there, you threw them in there at number one.
That's right. Because I'm psycho like that.
I mean, I threw Johnny Five in there, but it threw him in at number 5.
Well, I'm sure if anybody actually sticks to the end of this, you know what we're at. We're at an hour, 20 minutes now. You know that, right? If anybody actually sticks to TARS scene, I'll be impressed with our fan base.
Let us know below. Like, comment,
what's this? Dragon? What do you think of TARS? Blade. Dragon Blade. What do you think of TARS? Let me know. But I think that was a great list, Mike.
Yeah. This is fun. I love.
You love your top 5 lists.
I love top 5s. I love robotics. I love watching the robots.
It's such a sci-fi topic, right?
Yeah. And and I'm going to throw a little shade at our Real Dead buddies. My buddies Mike and Josh.
You mean
over there.
Our sister channel?
Not apparently our father channel. But they we did do a top 5, and it wasn't Scream 7 characters because apparently they're stuck on Scream 7 for the last like 10 videos.
Well, if we ever, did you watch my Mandalorian trailer preview? I didn't know if you watched it. What'd you think?
Yeah, I watched it. I left a comment.
I mean, what do you got any recommendation? I mean, it's tough doing this stuff by yourself. I know you know that because you do a couple of videos by yourself. It's just hard. I don't know. It's easier for me to bounce off somebody, but we haven't done a film yet. That's coming out like Real Dead has done.
We haven't done like new attractions.
Exactly, and we're coming up on some stuff, and I'm excited. So I'm really excited because I think we've worked a lot of the bugs out as far as our podcast goes. I like our layout. I like the technology we got going. We're actually recording without the audio stopping and stuff. So I can't wait till we get some like meat like that. So I'm kind of envious of what they had going on with Scream 7. I don't give a rat's rear about Scream 7. I'm sorry. You know me, as far as horror goes.
I went and saw it.
Yeah. And so, throw a little shade at those guys, huh?
Well, just all in fun, all in fun. But because Mike made a joke about it on horror 24/7, which is a Facebook group that I'm in with them. And he was like, "When will Real Dead stop doing Scream 7 videos?" And I was like, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, like y'all's last like 8 videos have been Scream 7 videos.
Well, I mean,
and
Scream 7 in their wheelhouse, huh?
And Scream 7 wasn't that good compared to a lot of the other ones. So I'd say it might be better than Part 6, but that would be about it.
Well, I don't. I'm not going to tell any spoilers. But I know what I heard about the bad guy. Can I say it? What I heard?
It'd be spoilers, man. No, you okay. Won't do that.
Scream 7 spoiler.
No, because then you have to spoiler the whole video. No.
Okay.
No, you could tell me after we stopped.
William Shatner killed everybody.
William Shatner falls off some scaffolding in this.
Yeah,
but
don't say it. Tuesday.
But yeah. So shout out to those guys. Yeah. Maybe their next video will be a new video. Maybe it'll be about sci-fi.
When are we gonna get on the show?
I don't know. Okay. One day we'll be on their show. We'll get them on ours. We'll do some sci-fi horror and get them over here.
Okay. I feel like I need to mention this, even though we should. Why didn't we mention it at the beginning of the show? I'll tell you what, Mike. We need to record a beginning after we get done with here. We need to record so YouTube has this thing where you can have intro video to new people. So we need to record that, and we also need to record a video for people who are subscribers.
Wow.
So we need to record 2 videos after this. Okay. So you might want to hit the outro right here.
Okay. So we gotta go do our song and dance. We gotta make our owners happy.
I want stay frantic, Marines. Claire, you make me want to be a better man.
Is Claire a robot? People have been asking.
Claire's definitely a robot. She can't cook. She ain't Rosie. I know that. Speaking of Rosie, did y'all see Rosie on our little thing there? That was nice. Rosie was there somewhere.
The Rosie the robot from the Jetsons in these pictures is
let me see if I can
really cool. That was a great cosplay. We saw her at.
Look at that! Oh, I got it's slideshowing. So let me just turn off the slideshow.
So we met her at Dragon Con, and we actually talked to the lady that was inside the costume, and she was really nice. I don't know her name, but she had an amazing Rosie the robot from the Jetsons.
Oh, that's RoboCop.
It's RoboCop. Met him at Atlanta Comic-Con.
Oh, it's gonna cycle through. Okay, it'll get to Rosie eventually. But yeah, I love Rosie too. She was phenomenal. She's basically Aunt B. Let's talk about these. That's Soundwave.
Yep.
Unicron.
There's
Mike has a
Unicron.
Picture of a Transformer, but didn't pick a Transformer, as usual.
I didn't pick Rosie the robot either.
No, you did. There she is.
There you go.
She looks good.
I took the picture
You just took that picture of her.
Yeah, because I thought it was amazing, and I was afraid I wasn't going to get a picture with her.
You know how I am. I want to be in the photo. That's me with Hot Rod. And there's you and Rosie. Yeah. That's good.
What a great cosplay. That's amazing.
Phenomenal. Me and Unicron. He's the drummer for the Cybertron Spree.
I mean,
how does he drum in that stuff?
Yeah, trying to drum in that. There you go. You and Rosie.
Okay, that's it. We're out. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe.
Comment.
Stay frantic, Marines.
Kill it with a smile.
The music goes down.